And we're back. This is Confessions of a Wedding Band, brought to you by all of us here at the Martini Shot. This is a podcast where we document our shenanigans both on and off stage and discuss our originals. We are a local band out of Southern Colorado where we have 25 years of fun stories that we'd like to remember. Our first idea was to write a book, but since none of us know how to do that, Confessions of a Wedding Band was born. It's that time again, Confessions of a Wedding Band. Let's shoot around for some introductions. I'm Brian, the host of the show, play trumpet in the band.
I'm Steven, I play saxophone and guitar.
I'm Andy, I sing and play guitar.
I'm Brooke, I play bass.
RPZ, guitar.
I'm Rob, I play sax and keys.
I'm Greg, I play drums.
This story comes from one of our trips, one of our outings, if you will, and we were on a trip up to Littleton to play at a club called Q's up there. And I know I was like super excited to play there because I've always seen that on other bands' websites and that type of thing of playing that venue. But we ended up staying up there, and that kind of leads us into what we're going to talk about here. So someone wanted to jump in and describe that night here.
Well, we should talk about Littleton, which like sounds to me like a little town. I don't know. There might be a similarity, but it's west of Denver, so you have to drive quite a ways west of the populace of Denver. Right. So
yeah.
We should set that right away, don't you think?
I think so.
So like, yeah, of course the place was smaller then. I thought they treated us well, right?
Yeah, they were
Private
cool.
party.
No, it was a bar.
It was a bar, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we got food.
And we did get
I
food.
remember
It's good
eating.
food.
This is funny that I remember whether we got fed well or not, because that's being in a band, right?
I think that's a musician thing,
Like,
right?
yeah, it's like,
how was the
oh.
food?
Yeah, it was good, you know? So I remember that. They had good food. And it was cool. It had a small, like, vibe to it, like a Pizza Hut from the 70s. Does that explain it?
Or Godfather's Pizza for me, yeah.
Like it had a small...
there was
you know,
no stage, right? We just set up
Yeah.
on the ground, and it was just kind of a makeshift area that was a stage, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it was just a
bar
little
gig.
show, yeah, just a little bar gig.
It was cool though. So afterwards,
That's when the fun begins.
and so we were up there for 2 nights, right?
Oh, that's right. We played 2 nights up at that.
I forgot about
at
that.
Q's, yeah.
So like we went back.
The next night, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Did we go bowling?
Another common
probably
activity.
did.
That
Like,
seems to
that's
be an
what we
activity.
That's
did
all we
when-
know how to do.
You know, that's actually
Kill time.
interesting. We should put a clip of us going bowling, because what do you do when you get kicked out of your hotel at noon, right? But you have a gig at 9 o'clock. You know, it's like you have a whole afternoon where you just have to kind of do something else. And for us, we used to go bowling all the time, and that was kind of like being homeless with money, right? What? Well, you know, we didn't have a place. We didn't have our own bathroom or anything, but like, you know, so like we'd go to the bowling alley, and we were horrible at bowling, right? Like
Except for Ryan. He could dance
Yeah.
and bowl well.
At the same time.
Yeah.
He could do a tap dance,
Why not?
the Ichabod Crane, and then strike.
Yeah. Which we have awesome video of. We should probably attach that to this episode. But anyway, we would spend time doing that. And then we don't check into the hotel until usually like late at night, right?
Right. Yep.
So we get to this hotel, which is, how far was it, Brian, from where we
maybe
played?
10 minutes, maybe 15.
And it kind of was out in the sticks.
Yeah.
No restaurants, no nothing around.
So we got there, and it was unusual that like there was no light anywhere,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Like we kind of pulled up and it was super dark. And we got there and I remember like
People are sleeping in the lobby.
somebody was stuck in the elevator, right? Because the power was out.
Yeah, when we got there, the power was out.
'Cause
We got led to our rooms, right? So I think we had to go upstairs to go to our rooms, right? And then
Yeah, this was after the first gig, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
So we got up there, we got to our rooms, and I want to say that's when we said we need to eat. We need to have something to eat. We had eaten before the gig,
Right.
and so obviously a lot of time had passed. But there's no restaurants anywhere around us.
And everything,
Nothing
power
at all.
was out, right? So Brian went on a journey.
Yeah, because we were waiting in the lobby, and I said, "You guys were all hungry," and this is when we used to end much later, so it was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. at this point.
Right.
And then you all
So
were
we
saying
had-
you were hungry, and I said, "Well, there's a gas station. It wasn't close, but I can find a gas station, get you some food. You check in and take care of all these things here." And then I believe a couple of work friends came and watched us, and I was going to drop them off and stop at the gas station.
There you go. Yeah. That's what happened.
And I asked for you all to text me what you wanted, and then I left. And then here we go.
And of course, we had been playing all night, so we had drank all our set drinks and all those other things, and probably gotten beer, probably for the hotel, right?
Right.
So then we wanted all this food. And have you ever seen the movie Half Baked?
Yes.
So that's what it entirely reminded me of when that guy gets like, I got to go out. Like, what do you guys want? You know? And that dude's like, Funyuns, man. You know, like, because that's what we ordered. Like, remember he came back and like, you got a bomb burrito.
Yeah.
The bomb, which
The
is
bomb.
like anything
gut bomb.
that is labeled that, like, and it's edible, you should stay away from entirely, like in your life. Like, there's no way.
But we did
you
not.
should eat that. And we like divvied it all up. I got Funyuns. We got Twizzlers. What else we get?
I don't know, but I don't know if Greg and I were sharing a room or something, but didn't he just like come and just drop it all on the bed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or something,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
like,
we couldn't
he
see.
It
was
was like
I'll
chips,
take Pop-Tarts.
sandwiches, Pop-Tarts. Yeah. It was like,
But the funniest thing
Ding
about
dong.
it is it's pitch black because
Yeah.
the power's out. So we're just sitting on the bed eating all of the stuff
there's
in the
six
dark.
of us. There's 6 of us in that. Well, once Brian finally shows back up with all this food, and he kind of like, here you go. And so it's pitch black, 2 beds,
It's like a
6
trick or
dudes,
treat.
and we're all eating whatever junk that we're
whatever
eating.
gas station food we could find, which Brian did a great job of.
Yeah,
Thank you, Bri.
You're welcome.
of
You're welcome.
Sweet and savory. Like we
Those
had
are my
everything
Sour
from
Patch.
burritos and sandwiches that were like probably super stale to like chips and chocodiles and like, you know, anything you could think of that probably had a shelf life of past nuclear like, apocalypse, you know, on a,
And all in pitch black. Like we couldn't see each other. We were like putting our hands out, like making sure you didn't run into somebody if you had to get up. And
yeah.
yeah, it was nuts. I mean, you could not see a dang thing. And the best part was when the lights came back on.
And that place was trashed, man. It was trash.
Rob's bed was just crumbs.
The whole floor was full of crumbs, man. Those crumbs
It
everywhere.
was like beers because you'd forget like that you opened a beer, so you go get another beer, and like there was extra beers all over the place. Like it was just like not a good scene at all. But
And I remember you guys were drinking while I was gone, so dropped my friends off, hit the 7-Eleven. I mean, I literally had like plastic bags coming in both hands. Looked like I went to the grocery store. And I remember dropping it there. You all were so excited. You're like, oh my God, it's Stoner Thanksgiving.
it totally was like that. Though, 'cause, like,
Because like, you
it
know,
was like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where all those kids just start grabbing like whatever's there and eating it. Like, because
exactly
I
what
mean,
it was
we had
like.
because like you cut that burrito a little bit. Like everybody was eating.
You
like,
never eat anything good when you're
pieces.
high.
I think we do become pretty ravenous after gigs. Like you do exert a lot of energy up there on stage. So then, we used to look forward to all the meals and communion together kind of like after playing a good gig.
That hotel was pretty creepy when it was dark, though.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of The Shining.
The Shinnin. Yeah.
It was creepy. Like,
Yeah,
when
it
we were in the
was. It was
hallway,
It was a
Dude,
nice
it's pretty
place, but
scary.
just to walk in there and nobody was going to the rooms and they're just all hanging out in the lobby. And I think we had to sit there and wait too.
Yeah, we
did.
did. Yep.
For a while. Like, cause I remember I was tired and just sitting there waiting.
Until you got your Snickers.
Well, then once Bri walked in with those 2 huge shopping bags, we were so excited.
I was a hero.
You were a hero.
Did you get me Twizzlers?
Did get you Twizzlers. I got everything on the list.
You can always count on Bri.
Starts with just an ordinary glance. Friday night, something right with the world. The sort of guy never gets that chance. The timing's right to invite any girl. A single moment, and then it's gone. But my captain don't make it alright. I wonder what I did wrong. Only for tonight. Starts again as she comes back into place. Good looks can kill and I'm beginning to fall. There's something about that look on her face. Says she'll take care of it all. It doesn't matter what I do. No need to search for words this time. The signs are right, I'll follow through. But only for tonight. Only for tonight. Only for tonight.
All right, what you just heard was a little bit of Only for Tonight. That's off our freshman album, way back when.
2005.
Wow, that's a minute.
Yep, 20 years ago. So that's our first full-length album, about 5 years after the band started. And so it definitely has a lot of ska tinge to it. Obviously, with us having horns in our band, we kind of gravitated towards the ska sound a little bit. There's a couple tunes in there that have that ska feel to it. It was a fun song. It's a fun song. We always enjoyed playing it. We played it almost every single show that we played for probably a good 5-6 years. Sure. Yeah, it was a fun tune. We of course there was jumping involved in the live performance, and so we would jump up and down when the first kind of big horn lick came in. We would all jump up and down, with the exception of the horns, of course. That would have been impressive, though.
It totally would have been. I mean,
Yeah.
Real Big Fish does that all the time, where they're jumping and playing at the same time. Never made that happen.
We didn't do that, but yeah. So it's just a tune about a one night stand. Really, that's really the whole premise of it. One of my very best friends, my best friend from high school, Chuck Reed. Love that guy, and he's kind of the guy that got me into ska music. And just one day said, "Hey, I've got this idea for this song," and he kind of came and sang the lick to Ryan and I.
Yeah, he came up to us at the green light. I remember that.
He said, "I've got
He
this
came up
idea."
with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, he came
that's
up with that
interesting.
idea, and then he wrote a bunch of lyrics down, and we used a lot of it. We used a whole lot of it. So, yeah, that's kind of how that one was started. and then we finished it.
Hey, we had two kind of like live startings to that. So after a few years, we decided to start with horns because that lick was so much fun with the jumping. And so we would do where we just start with guitar, and then we would also have another version that we'd use at big shows to pretty much start the whole show or start the main set where the most people were there, where we start with the horn lick.
Yeah. And so with that tune being the lead-off track to our first full-length CD, a lot of folks knew that song as a Martini Shot song. The next song on the disc was My Town, which I think has become more of what the band was known for, but that was the first song on the CD. And so we would start the show with it. People would recognize it. If you see it on the recording, it all starts with guitar, Ryan playing the chords, the kind of skanking chords. And then, when we started, well, we played it over and over and over again. And so I think it was more so us thinking, well, we could maybe infuse some energy into this. We loved that horn lick, the yada da 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 da, and so we would just start the whole show off with that lick, and then the guitar would come in.
I just remember, like, when we were recording it, that it was tough to play for me accurately at the speed that we were going, and I didn't want to mess it up, so like I remember playing it with high attention to detail, I think, and so it was like one of the first songs for me that we recorded where I was like proud that performance, like I was like, wow, I did it, I played this in one take or whatever it was, that we needed to do without punching in a bunch of stuff. And I remember playing it at World Arena and jumping around all over the place, like just extra energy, bringing it, with all that visual. And so I think those are a couple of the memories that I have about that song that I'll never forget. So
I think that portion of it is what makes it kind of more of an iconic Martini Shot tune, because it did have all those visuals that we incorporated into it, rather than just what you hear on the record.
And the vocal breakdown in the middle, or that's more towards the end. At that point, I remember that being such a cool moment as well.
Yeah, I think that at that point in our writing, we were really recognizing that we had strong 3-part harmony. So we kind of just leaned on it a little bit right there.
Every time I hear that needle drop, when that song comes up, I know what it is right away.
Yeah.
Hey, it's only for tonight.
Yep.
It's kind of cool too how we made the disc look like a record. So that was kind of a neat idea by just starting it out with the needle drop.
Yeah. So we were coming up with all kinds of different ideas of what to add to the record. I mean, we were so excited to put out our first full-length record. We were so excited. And I remember being at Rob's house, coming up with all kinds of different things that you could add to either the songs or the bonus track at the end.
We got shot down on some cool stuff.
And we got censored.
We wanted to add some South Park stuff. But
yeah, and they censored us at Disc Makers. They said we can't do that. You don't own the rights to that. And but we were able to get away with the whole needle drop.
Needle drop
effect.
just came off of a Charlie Parker album. It was dropped in on the thing.
But that's kind of just an example of us going down that rabbit hole of, it'd be cool if it was like the start of a record, and here's the needle drop. And then we designed the actual CD itself to look like a vinyl record. So if you have an old school Martini Shot Dry and Dirty CD, it looks like a vinyl record. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Rob and I did a video for that, and we were in a master's class at that time. And
I love this story.
I love the story.
As Weekend
he
Warriors.
He sat there and played South Park. What was it? Something in love? Fight in love?
Yeah, that's another story. Let me get into the whole premise. So we were trying to get our masters, and we were doing it like once a month for the whole entire weekend. And of course, we gigged every weekend, and it was started in the p.m. of like the Friday night. And we were supposed to be there till like 9 o'clock at night or whatever. We'd show up for an hour, and we'd be like, we have to go to a gig. Can we get our homework and we'll see you tomorrow? And of course, we'd have to go all the way through Sunday. This whole thing. Yeah, whatever. We just kissed butt. That's what we always did. We kissed our teacher's butt and basically left. And all the other people were always jealous, But it's a technology thing supposedly. So we did this video because we were like, well, let's just do this video and we'll make a video of the band and then we'll turn it in for class. Because we have a master's in technology, and that's what people do when they have a master's in technology. So
it's cutting edge.
Yeah, but that video that we have is great because it's like a little like time capsule of that moment, because I filmed Brian walking into Johnny's, and we were playing at Johnny's all the time there, and video of us jumping up and down. So like maybe we can attach that video to the podcast.
And certainly can find that on YouTube, on our YouTube channel as well.
I had no idea you guys did that for your class. I honestly didn't even know where that came from. My kids watch that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they love it.
Huh.
Well,
remember we went to my house when we showed it for the first time, in my basement.
And we were so excited.
We were so proud.
We were just clutching at straws anyway.
It was 3 minutes
degree,
of
right?
about 30 hours of shit.
Yeah, it was pure ridiculous projects that we did all the time anyway, and now all of it is obsolete,
Yeah.
But it was fun. Those were good times. They were definitely good times.
I do think it truly does encapsulate that moment in time, though, because all the video that is incorporated into that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And all the guys that were wanted for something like Dewdrop, making
our
the
other
pizza
project. Yeah, we wanted to do a project of
just
filming some guys making
at,
pizza at Dewdrop.
Yeah, just for class.
And they must have been either illegal or wanted by the law.
Making the pizza.
Because they did not want to be filmed. And they were
they got the heck out of there.
Yeah.
It was we're just trying, this is just for class. It's not.
Yeah. Anywho.
Do you remember your grade?
My motto has always been pay the fee, get a B.
I like that.
But I heard C's get degrees.
I was going to say D's.
But
that's what I was going to say too.
Robbie's had nothing less than an A his entire life. So I'm sure he was going for A's all the time. All the time.
You didn't know me in college, but I don't know how many times I had to take basically beginning math 101 3 times or something. I sucked. But I'd drop it before I got a bad grade. And then I'd have to pay and do it again.
I really love how Brooke and Rob, how when at the end of that video, how you incorporated when we used to the Michael Jackson yell. I don't have
that just came out lucky because I found that footage, or I guess maybe I was taking my camera to gigs and stuff, and would film us, and it just I was learning how to piece it all together, and I was it just fell in there perfect when I put it in, and it really, and it just it was the perfect amount of time on that break before the drums come back in. It was cool.
Yeah,
there's some
worked out really well.
The best part of that video is he edited Andy's face over the picture on the Orleans album. Yeah, there's an Orleans album where they have all their shirts off, and we put Andy's face on that Orleans album, and that was hilarious. And the other one is where we're frosting. You're getting your beard frosted.
Oh wow!
We have a picture of us in the chair, like getting a perm, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like these
would
days
put that
when you
in their
see those
video?
commercials
Like-
with Pete Davidson goes, remember when I had blonde hair for a minute? And it's like,
And you did that summer.
I used to Photoshop a bunch of stuff because my kids just found a CD of me where you put me in my Prince costume on the front of a Prince CD.
no, it was like, yeah, that was like, I don't know what that was, but like Prince is practically naked, and then
Yeah.
he crosses his legs, and I put your face on it.
Yeah.
and now we have all those.
That was in my
deep
garage.
fakes
They're like,
thanks to
what the fuck is this?
Rob was the pioneer of deep fakes.
Was that the Love Sexy album?
I don't know. It's like he's just sitting there, like,
Yeah, it's an album cover.
Yeah.
it's an album
Yeah.
cover.
Prince with like no clothes on at all.
Yeah.
And he threw
Pretty
your
much.
face on
And
it.
the only thing that's keeping it from being X-rated is he crossed his legs, and
Yeah.
I put Pizzle's head on it. It's I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That's funny.
So just real quick, I mean, talk a little bit about how, so we got the premise from Chuck. Like he sang the lick to us and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with the chords and how it, became what it was?
I like that one. I mean, it's so simplistic, really.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just are you guys a ska band? Are you guys a ska band? And we're like, I don't know, but we'll put a ska song on there. And then, can't remember if you wrote the bridge to that one too.
It's so simple. It's
Yeah.
got to be me.
No, that one,
It just diatonically walks up. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like
and that was before the days of where you could just sing it into your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember him having a recording of him doing that. I just can't remember what he put it on because that was like the flip phone days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can't remember if that was the first song that we recorded on the album or if it just came in first on the album, but I'm pretty sure it was the first one.
I think so.
And then that was another one where, I was just down here still in college, and then Greg and I would work on all of those in his garage like all night long.
Yeah.
So, but I think that one came together pretty quick, except for the horn parts. That took a little bit, but yeah, it was a pretty easy song to write, especially when we had the whole premise already. So
it's not bad. Like, that's a hard thing to do, is to record horn parts. Like, just even get a good sound, and we knew nothing about recording horns, really. I mean, you recorded guitars and drums and really knew your room for drums and things like that. But, that was a process to learn, like, how to make a good horn recording, in general, right?
And there's a lot of that, and you all experience this as rhythm section players. We recorded the horns separately, and it's hard to tune and kind of vibe, feel off the other person as you're playing, to time it out correctly and have that same kind of feel. And so I remember we recorded those separately, but in our later albums, when we recorded the horns together, it was just a lot easier for us to play. Mm-hmm. Playing time, playing tune, all that.
I think just like getting a good mix or knowing like what we've gone through with horns, and then Steven is like a master over there. It's like, it's and when you put on a old record or something and you hear those horns and you think about like how they recorded them back in those days, and how great they sound, but they didn't have like digital technology and stuff. They just like went in there and played it, and like they just were able to, get the right sound, And I think that's what we're always looking for.
I have to say, so recently Greg gave me all the old session files, and I've been going through them, and it's pretty remarkable how little there is done editing. I mean, you guys really, it sounds good. I mean, the playing's great, the tones are good, so You should be really proud of that first album.
Well, they played things over and over and
Yeah.
over again. So, and there was very little editing.
They're fun to go through, those sessions.
Yeah.
I bet that's a trip.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like looking at the rings on the inside of a tree, or is it more like fossils? Like, can you tell like what happened, like in that specific age, just by looking at the stems of the tracks?
No,
like,
it looks pretty close to our newer sessions. Other than there's just a lot less. I mean, I throw all sorts of processing on the new stuff. I think you had
Especially
like some
this highway.
compression here and there, maybe a little EQ.
I didn't know a whole lot about it either, man.
It sounds,
I mean,
it
was
sounds
all,
so good.
Well,
everything was trial and error back in those days, man. I mean, we just experiment with things, and
Yeah.
I remember
'cause-
starting off in Greg's dad's basement.
oh, with the 4-track, yeah,
I mean,
that was tape.
Greg had been doing this for years. I mean, you had that reel to reel?
Yeah.
Well, like Brooke always says, I mean, once you learn your gear and your space, it's pretty invaluable. You can get good sounds when you know what you're doing.
it has nothing to do with any of those things people expect it to be. Like when you oh, this is a great studio and this is all this expensive gear and stuff. It has nothing to do with that, you know?
And I remember you, like, out in the county or something. There was like some building or something, right? That you had like a little studio?
We took an old bar and we turned it into a studio, and we had nothing in it. But I had some good Neumann mics, and some preamps, and I had some digital recording gear. And if you know about placement and you just trust your ear, and there's an age-old additive for sound, right? And it's shit in, shit out. Mm-hmm. So like the first thing is to get a good sound. That's the first thing. And I think that's something that we always prided ourselves on, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
that's like, we try to get a good sound, and it's hard when you're a DIY, right? What? A DIY? What's
You're talking about $13,000.
Do yourself in.
That was the Yoda. Do yourself it.
Yes. Do yourself, you shall. May the 4th be
And
with you.
I do think that that's why especially the first 2 records it took a long time, because we really focused on shit in, shit out.
Yep.
Like we had to make sure that everything going in was quality.
And that wraps it up for another episode of Confessions of a Wedding Band. Thank you so much for listening to our little experiment in documenting our stories. Check us out on all the socials with the handle at Martini Shot Band. And of course, check out our website, martinishotband.com. This podcast is produced by all of us here at the Martini Shot and audio engineered by the guy who claps when the plane lands and expects applause back, Mr. Steven Falsetto. Keep supporting local music in your community, and don't forget about your waitstaff. Tip them and tip them well. We'll see you next time.
And I'm not sticking around. The wall has rotted, it's burning to the ground. Searching and searching, there's something to be found. The clock is ticking, and I'm not sticking around.